What's up, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video, and I thought for this video we would do some predictions for the NBA offseason. We don't know when that will be, probably sometime around November, it seems. But yeah, let's make some NBA offseason predictions for 2020. We're going to be looking at the top 15 NBA free agents for this free agency pool. And I'm going to predict and tell you guys where I think these free agents will land. So we're going to go from 15 all the way to 1. It's going to be a fun countdown video. So let's get right into it. But before we do, please drop a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're almost at 12K subscribers, guys. Let's get there. Hit post notifications so you never miss another one of my future videos. And keep connected with me on social media to keep the conversation rolling. So we are going to begin here again with the number 15 player and then go all the way to number 1. These are my predictions. This is my opinion. So here we go. Okay, the first player we're going to look at, guys, is Raptors Marc Gasol, who, of course, is an unrestricted free agent. So what do I see happening here? As much as I would love to have Gasol back, I just don't think it's going to happen, especially since the Raptors have 2 other free agents to address, who we'll get to a little bit later on. So I say that Marc Gasol signs with another team on the cusp of title contention. And that team is the Miami Heat. They could use another front court player, so I think Marc Gasol signs with Miami. That's the first prediction. Let's move on to the next player we're going to look at here. Goran Dragon, who is also an unrestricted free agent. And remember, guys, Dragic was nearly traded to the Dallas Mavericks once the 2019 free agency kicked off and then was moved to the Heat's bench. And he actually has been a pretty cool sport about it. And he's already gone on record to say that he likes it in Miami. So with that being said, I have Goran Dragic re-signing with the Miami Heat for at least one more season. So we'll go with that. The next player we're going to look at here, guys, Andre Drummond, who has a player option. Remember, Drummond was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers from the Detroit Pistons at this past NBA trade deadline. Honestly, Drummond's going to pick up his $25.4 million option for next season. It's a no-brainer. He's not going to get that kind of money anywhere else. So you know what? For Drummond's sake, he would be absolutely foolish to test the market, especially in an NBA where his skill set isn't pretty much as... It ain't in demand as much as it used to be. Let's call it for what it is. Drummond can hit the outside shot. He's a big man. He can clean the glass, rebound, do all that stuff, but he has no outside game. That's going to hurt his stock. So again, he's going to pick up his player option. He's going to stay with the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's what I see happening here. Let's now look at the next player on this list, and that's Marcus Morris. He's an unrestricted free agent, and we already know Morris got to showcase his scoring ability early in the season with the Knicks, and now he gets to display his fit as a role player with the Clippers. I actually think the Clippers will bring back Morris on a very affordable short-term deal, so I got Marcus Morris re-signing with the Los Angeles Clippers. Okay, the next player we're going to look at here, guys, is another pending free agent for the Toronto Raptors. This time it's Serge Ibaka, who is an unrestricted free agent. Ibaka's put up career highs in points and 3-point percentage in his contract season with Toronto. He's an important part of this Raptors team, and I really think the two sides will come to an agreement here on a multi-year deal. So guys, Ibaka stays. I really think this is going to happen, and I think Ibaka still has a very important part on this team and the future of the Raptors, so it just makes sense. He's been playing his best basketball, he likes it in Toronto, and the Raptors love him as well. It's just a mutual good fit, so Ibaka stays with the Raptors. Okay, we're going to move into our top 10 here, and Montrezl Harrell is the next player we're going to look at here, guys, and he's an unrestricted free agent. Harrell has been one of the best values in the NBA for the past few seasons and is putting up career highs in points and rebounds. But with big money already devoted to Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the Clippers will need to decide whether he can be the third best player on a title team. Since I have the Clippers already bringing back Morris, I actually don't think they show Harrell the kind of money he's looking for here. So he's going to cash in on a huge contract with the Hornets. Yes, you look at the Hornets, guys. They need a center, a scorer, and a draw at the gate. Harrell, who's actually a North Carolina native, checks all three boxes. Montrezl Harrell signs a big deal with the Charlotte Hornets. Let's move on to the next player now. We got Evan Fournier, who has a player option. Fournier has a $17 million player option, but he's in a weak class, so he could potentially decide to opt out and secure a longer-term deal for himself. But I believe there's going to be plenty of suitors for Fournier, and I think he will end up with another team, and that team will be the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks could use Fournier as an upgrade at shooting guard over Kevin Huerter. So I think Fournier doesn't opt in, he opts out, and he gets a decent payday with the Atlanta Hawks. There you have it. Again, this is my opinion. Let's move on to the next player here, guys. Joe Harris, unrestricted free agent. And Harris has developed already into one of the league's top sharpshooters, a skill that always draws interest. He will command plenty of suitors in a down free agent market. But I see the Nets bringing him back here to play alongside Kyrie and Durant. So Joe Harris stays with the Nets. Next player we're going to look at here, Bogdan Bogdanovic, a restricted free agent. He's a combo guard with a pure stroke. And Bogdanovic did not sign an extension with the Kings and thus becomes a restricted free agent. Now, Sacramento has some financial decisions to make with a lot of their young players due for big contracts, but I think they do everything to bring back Bogdanovic, who did do a lot of good things for the Sacramento Kings team, and they will lock him up. So he stays with the Kings. The next player we're going to look at here, fellow Italian Danilo Gallinari. He is an unrestricted free agent. And Gallinari has put together another excellent season, guys, helping lead to the surprising Thunder success this season. However, I don't see the Thunder bringing him back. Cue the New York Knicks. The Knicks would be a perfect fit for Gallinari as they figure to be one of the few teams with cap space. Gallo goes to New York. Book it. The next player we're going to look at here, guys, Gordon Hayward. He's got a player option. And Hayward has actually put together a pretty good bounce-back season, upping his potential value for this offseason. But I don't think he's confident enough to opt out of his $32 million option for 2020-2021. He opts in and stays with the Boston Celtics. The next player we're going to look at here, Mr. Bet On Yourself, Fred VanVleet. Guys, VanVleet became a Toronto folk hero with an incredible performance in the latter part of the Raptors championship run. His numbers are up across the board and has become essential to Toronto's success. He's due for a hefty contract, but there will be a couple of outside teams that will throw everything at VanVleet to try to lure him. These teams could include the Knicks and the Pistons. I discussed this in a video I uploaded a few weeks back. What do I see happening here? VanVleet doesn't go to the Knicks. He doesn't go to the Pistons. I expect the Raptors to do whatever it takes, and they will re-sign their point guard of the future. VanVleet and the Raptors come to an agreement, and he stay. Let's move on to the next player on this list. We're into our top three. Demar Derozan, former Raptor. He has a player option, and he's got a hefty player option as well. Derozan has had 2 seasons with the San Antonio Spurs under his belt, and now will have to make a decision about this offseason. I say DeRozan opts out. I think he's confident that he could get a good contract elsewhere. And who is he going to sign with? Nope, he's not going to go back with the Toronto Raptors. DeRozan goes to the Orlando Magic. Since I have Fournier leaving, that means the Magic need a shooting guard. DeRozan makes sense here. The Magic show him the money, and DeRozan and the Magic come to terms on an agreement. The next player we're going to look at here, we're down to our last 2 players on this list. Restricted free agent Brandon Ingram. Ingram will command the max. He appears to be a big part of the future for the Pelicans, so I believe the Pelicans will match any offer thrown his way. Brandon Ingram will stay with the New Orleans Pelicans, folks. And finally, the most lucrative free agent of this class, Anthony Davis. He has a player option, and he's expected to opt out of the last year of his contract after this season. And reports indicate that he'll look to get the max. He's going to get the max with the Los Angeles Lakers. He stays, and LeBron James has his playmate for a few more seasons. And there you have it, guys. My full predictions for the 2020 NBA offseason that will be coming to us at a later date. But nonetheless, this is what I see happening with the pool of players that could be up for grabs. Let me know what you think, guys. Do you agree with these predictions? Do you disagree? What do you see happening? The floor is yours now. Hit me up in the comment section down below. Again, please drop a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And keep connecting with me on social media. Go and give me a follow if you haven't already. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. And I will catch you all again in the next one. Remember, be great and stay blessed. Peace.